All right. Seeing how last round we fixed our Bobcat. Hopefully it's warm enough that I can start it up here and see if we can go get some motors out of the shed. I have a few that I think are kind of junk, so I'm gonna bring them out just to save the engine stand. They've been sitting in there for so long that I think the what do you call it? Like I don't want stuck. One, I don't know. I might just give it to a buddy if he wants it or something. But and then I got a couple nail heads that I want to kind of shuffle around, move that motorcycle that I wanted to, so I can get my Buick to back up. And then I guess we're gonna start putting a couple cars in there because it's getting a little chilly out, a little bit chilly. Anyways, let's get going. Well, with any luck, we're gonna get going here because this Bobcat should hopefully start. I usually get one poof out of her. I'm hoping I'm a little more successful today. All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna let it warm up a bit, just to be nice to it. I feel that one's a boat anchor. All right. Motor's pretty much boat anchor. It looks kind of stuck. And I don't know. If I don't have a complete motor, I don't know that it's worth it. Honestly, there's so much money here to rebuild. I don't mind re-ringing and stuff, but this thing would need like machine work and things. So at that cost, I will throw an LS in something. Because I can get an LS with, even if it's higher miles, it doesn't scare me to throw in something. It's kind of where it's the point it's gotten to. I don't know about half of these old hot rodders and stuff, how that's all, that's how everything worked with the small block when everybody was doing flathead stuff. I do have flathead parts though, so anyways, this is good. We'll leave that for now. I have my chain here. And, well, we're just gonna dump this thing in one of the scrap trucks and continue our adventure with moving stuff. Just forgot that other motor's rollies, so I may pull it out so he can put it on a cool engine stand for his house. I think he's got a tri-power for it as well. So I'll get that one out of the garage. Alright, I want to get this to the shop because I don't have any good high lift jacks. And I don't think this one's twisted. So this thing should be rebuildable, being that it's just a hydraulic cylinder. I don't even think they make these anymore. I should see if this bad boy starts. I like to pull that bike out and see if I got to bring my jumper pack back. I know I need air for this tire, but if I could start it and at least get it aired up between now and then. Oh, look at that. What a trooper. This bad boy's been sitting for a year like a glove, just mint. That'll be fine. Oh, I need an air compressor. These things are awesome. I only just got it. According to this, my tire's flat. Holy. Look at that. 12 pounds, 13 pounds already. That thing's fast. Golly. Well, now it's slowed down a bit. I won't feel bad lifting it now. See if I got any other tires that are flat. Nah, we're good everywhere else. All right, let's just get that bike out of there. Oh, this thing rolls like hot garbage. Ugh. Golly. That's good enough. It'll definitely go flat between now and the next year. Sure didn't seem like a lot, but I think it's just enough room. I can get Esther's Buick in the front. That's all I'm shooting for. I think the big picture, I'm gonna pull this motor out and I'm gonna put it in Esther's Buick because I think it's a 4.8. I wanna get at least a 5.3 or a 6 liter because that is an excruciatingly heavy car. It's great on fuel and stuff, but it has absolutely no power. So I'm gonna work on that. I think the first car I'm gonna bring in is my T because I can back it up to that thing. Because then my Model A pickup can kind of like hang out behind it, you know, once the snow flies for that one. I think Esther's Fargo is gonna go straight here. So yeah, should be able to fit a lot of cars in here. Be pretty awesome. Haven't had that opportunity for a while. And there still is technically some good weather to drive this thing, but when it gets cold, my heater doesn't work for nothing in here. So I guess we'll call it. We'll at least be able to drive the pickup. We'll have that on the road for a while more. Bad boy needs some valve stem seals. That's on next year's maintenance. Oh, no choke. Not the happiest. I think I need to reevaluate what cars should be driving over this gutter. I mean, this was an old barn. Whoa. Straighten this out a bit. Oops. A little tire bump never hurt anybody. Well, that should be just enough room. I mean, my model, the back might stick out, but I'm okay with that. It's pretty good. Got to get the battery out of this thing, and then that one's good. I got to move this because that's where I'm going to put Esther's Buick. I think in the spring we might do the switcheroo, and I'll probably pull that one out next year. Man, Esther's Buick's going to probably take that whole spot. That's all right. I'm not going to go get her truck. I'm going to put it in here. And then that gives me one free spot. I'm trying to think what else I can stick in there. Do I have anything else I need to? Not really. That's pretty cool. I can build more stuff. Alrighty, this battery is like completely dead. So we got this thing on shocker mode. And well, I guess next year we need a new battery for this thing. Oh, must not be happy. I don't hear nothing. No fuel pump, nothing. We'll see. It's a very quiet fuel pump action. Oh, there it is. Cycle pump. What a trooper! Ooh. I think we are looking for an alternator next year. That's kind of noisy. Totally is in the alternator. So yes, this one is 5.3. We did do a Camaro clip, and it's the rear steer. So we got that going on. For cooling, oh yeah, it's definitely an alternator. For cooling, we just have a Mustang rad, like a 60s Mustang rad. It's actually a copper rad, and it's like works. Never had a problem, doesn't ever get warm, nothing. So that's pretty phenomenal, really. Anyway, we're gonna let it warm up a little bit, and then we'll dump her right in the middle of the garage there. We'll drive her down the center. We'll see how much room this takes. Maybe I'll put Esther's car behind it, because it'll be easier to back in. It's kind of like when you try to do it closer to this wall, you gotta like shoehorn the doors out of it to get it in there, and her car is pretty big. All right, well, I decided I'm gonna back this one in. Make it easier to get out in the spring. I think if I do the motor swap, Esther's gonna drive this one around a bit in the spring. If all I gotta do is an alternator, this truck is ready to go. Ooh, tappity tap on my bumper. Boom, mint. All right. Boy, this car's a little rattly. Golly, that remote oil filter is not the best thing for it. I don't know if you can even hear how awesome it idles here. It just doesn't love life. I don't know why. It doesn't say there's anything wrong with anything, but it's just terrible when it's cold. It runs super rough when it's running. It smokes. It's just, it leaks antifreeze. I don't know, it was just a really bad motor to start with. It's terrible. The one on my Buick, mint. So we'll just put that one in there. Maybe a little underpowered, but it'd be like the equivalent of what? A little bit of a hopped up 305. We're gonna do some touch-ups and do some stuff to the car next year. Quickly, I think in the spring, I'm going to touch up some paint. We had a problem with the clear coat trying to peel. Well, it is peeling, which kind of sucks. Ugh. I don't even know if this car is really going to fit in there. It's kind of junky. I don't know if I move that truck. Like, I feel like this thing's just going to sit out in the world. I'll see. We'll try it. Ugh, this poor got bumpers, this car's got bumpers, we'll be fine. Uh-oh, just not happy with that. Uh-oh, what was that? There used to be more stuff in here. But everything gets repurposed somewhere. You know what? I'm gonna take this car out. We're gonna move the trucks around here. I'm gonna put the Buick in the middle. I'll put her truck in front of mine. I just feel this car deserves to sit back a little bit further there. I mean, I could put the truck in front of it, that would be fine. That's what bumpers were always made for, right? A few little love taps, never hurt nothing. Now this one I don't want to tap. Could have gone a little bit more, but now see if I can squeeze the Buick in here. Golly, eh? It's like trying to back a ship in. Ship into port. Boy, this car just fits in the middle. Holy. Just in case I try to fit something small up in the front. All right, I think she needs a new heater motor too. Hopefully I can. I want to disconnect all the batteries. You can just smell the antifreeze. Terrible. Okay, well, that's as winter ready as that gets. So of the car count, that battery is junk. That one's good, disconnected, good, disconnected. That battery is junk. And this one I got to pull out and put it into my T pickup. So I want to move that one. That one needs a little bit of TLC. The boy's been using it, and which is fine, but the The window stopped working, which was kind of on the end of its ropes. I have to fix the gear for the window crank. So I have to do that. And then I think it was a shifter. There was something wrong with the shifter in it. So, and I got to get some radials for it. We have the white walls on it, but they're not going to be very good come winter time. And then I think we'll do a few patches, just a little more welding up on the fenders and stuff. But yeah, she's definitely in need of some TLC anyways. Couldn't remember there was something else with it because he did trailer it back. So I can't remember what happened. I don't know if it was just something or if there actually was something with it or not. I don't know. Have to figure that out. But anyways, I'm going to keep getting ourselves winter ready out here. All right, folks. Next, I have an idea to build a run stand. I mean, I've run them on engine stands, but that's pretty sketchy. And at one time I bought a flathead and it came on a stand. I think that is it right there. Golly, that's high. Man, I think I could build something nicer than that. That's pretty terrible. Golly, look at this thing. I am certain there was a flathead sitting on top of there and the transmission, like it just sat on this. Yeah. You know what? We'll build something better than that. In my head, that would have been really easy to adapt, but that's pretty gross. Be nice to have some wheels on it and do something else. I don't want to make it too elaborate because I don't want to put that much effort into it. But I'm just wondering if I have a little bit of scrap junk that I can use. I don't know. It's not looking good. It is definitely not looking good. Yeah. We will kind of mock it up for an LS for now. Or maybe we'll use that plate in the back and then we'll have some adapters to do transmissions. It would be so nice to actually build a run strand. So if I build a transmission, like a repair one, I can actually run it and put a load on it or something just to make sure it shifts and everything works as it should. Like it doesn't slip or do anything. Would be like super nice. Especially these automatics. I'm not very good at rebuilding them. And well, remember with the Napco, it took me a couple tries to get that to work right. So it would be nice if I didn't have to put it in a vehicle. If I could test it on a something. All right, well, I guess we're gonna just come up with a plan down the road here to figure out how to do a run stand. Anyways, I'm thinking that is about where we're at here. Not just too much. We got stuff to do, but I gotta wait for the kid to clean up his mess. And then I'll be back at it and we'll be farting around here. All right, folks, what is new here? So, you didn't see it, but Rolly and we took apart his motor, separated the motor from the trans, looking at ideas for stuff there. Motor doesn't feel like it's got a lot of compression, and somewhere along the lines, I don't know what happened, but we broke the front crank pulley. I do have two other nail heads, but they're a newer model, so I'm not exactly sure if we can actually run those pulleys on there or not. So this could be a slight bit of a problem. This is a 322, I think. He looked it up. There was 2 models that year, 56, and this is the bigger of them. Here, the kid was stripping a bunch of trucks, so I got a 5.3 here. So that is going to be the motor that is going to go into the Model A. Yeah. People ask why I use LS all the time, because I have an LS here. I had one in the barn I was thinking of using, but I was missing all the bits. But I have a 5.3 here. I think it just needed a head gasket. It's one that was in my Buick, and it was boosted at one time, and I melted a piston. So I changed the piston out, but I had a bad head gasket. So that's where that one sat. And then you look over there, there's an LS there. There's a small block from Esther's car, another small block. So I just, yeah, pretty much a Chevy house here for the most part. I do have another 5.3, but it's an unknown ticking motor. That's over there. So, yeah. That's why we use them. Anyways, I think for this round, what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to take these out. I'm going to pressure wash these. I got to get some diesel for my hot wash. You've seen me do that a bajillion times. So essentially, I got to do that and then prep this block, because there's a couple broken studs on the exhaust. I think there's one on the front on this side, and there's 2 on the other side. So I'm going to do the old weld it and pull them out. That's kind of the norm. But thinking next round, what I'm going to do is probably build an engine run stand. I need one. So A, I want to be able to test the motor in this Model A and figure out why it's being a bugger. And then 2, I basically, so I can run this or run that, I just want to have a way that I can hook up a fuel pump and we can kind of change motors and do different things on it. Would be great. I think I have another plate. Hopefully that works. Some of these motors, that doesn't work well. Like a motor like this has a bigger bell housing. Well, this is not bad, but like my Hemi had to have the bell housing, or a Dodge had to have all the junk on the back for the starter to work. But a lot of these, I'm trying to adapt something like this to support the motor, and then have, like, you know, like a motor mount or something to stabilize it so it doesn't go dancing around. It's kind of what I want. It'd be nice to have something on a mobile stand like this. The more I look at it, this would make a great stand. That motor's like super heavy, so that's why I have it on there. But these are kind of a pain, but this might actually be a perfect candidate to do a run stand with. Only because I can make a simple, I was going to build one completely from scratch, but now I'm looking at it. If you had something like this, and a guy had something came up and then you had adjustable plates, I'd probably set it up for small block, because that is basically a lot of what I do. But from there, I can have like an extension or do something on there to adapt for different motors. Would be pretty cool. For the most part, they would probably support it okay. It would just need some kind of a support somewhere that a guy could just tack on really quick to hold, say, this nail head. I'm starting to like that idea of using this, because I don't think motors are going to stick much past here, so I can probably do most of it here. For cooling, it'd be like, I don't really need a rad. I guess maybe down the road, if I was breaking a cam in, I would set something up more. You know what? We'll just build something. Not that big of a deal. I have some steel. We'll figure it out. Anyways, on that note, I think that is where we are going to leave this one. So, as always, folks, I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.